mom. By the way, my mom was the one with the cell phone going on. So. Right over there. Doesn't matter if you're 5 or 50, she's still gonna embarrass the shit out of you. Anyways, I just got out of a really long relationship, for those of you that don't know me, which is pretty much everyone. Lasts about 4 years. You know, it's tough getting back into the dating game. You gotta go out and meet people. It's really uncomfortable. You gotta get to know them. You gotta lie about yourself. It's a really tough thing to do. And then you have to let your true self come out, and it gets even more difficult. You know, I did get a great daughter out of my last relationship. She's 3 years old, and kids, they do say the damnedest things too. I mean, they say things very unexpectedly. For instance, I was actually swimming with my daughter the other day. I had my back turned for a couple of minutes. I turned around, and she's 3 years old, granted, and she was butt naked when I turned around. Her bathing suit was on the ground. I mean, I would love to be naked as well all the time. You know, it's something that kids like to do. And I just looked at her with this look of curiosity in my eyes, and I said, "Why not? Why are you naked right now? What happened to your bathing suit?" She said, "I don't know, Daddy." And a couple of thoughts crossed my mind. Obviously, the first one's going to be, hey, I need to lock this girl up until she's at least 18 years old. And then my mind's kind of started to wander because I'm an outside-the-box thinker. So maybe this gene passed the generation. I don't know why her mom doesn't do that. Then my mind started wandering a little bit further. I said, why the fuck isn't her mom Megan Fox? And of course, step 3 was, God damn, I wish Megan Fox was naked right now. And I got a hard-on in front of my daughter. It was a sad moment, but you know, these things happen. You know, there's some things that are difficult about being a parent. I don't know how many of you are parents out there. Yeah, anybody at all? Yeah, God, it fucking sucks, doesn't it? I'm just kidding. You know, I've put the pros and the cons of being a dad out there, and I would say, you know, one of the cons is you got to give up a lot of your vices. You know, and I gave up the basic 3 that anybody would give up, which is cock, crack, and Justin Bieber. You gotta hold on to some of them, right? I'll tell you what the biggest con is of being a parent, though, is that you get to blame your farts on your kid. Doesn't matter where you are, you can say, it wasn't me. Oh, man, speaking of celebrities, there's been a lot of celebrities getting in trouble recently. I mean, you got Tiger Woods cheating on his wife, right? You got Lawrence Taylor doing all sorts of crack and sleeping with underage girls, and you got Ben Roethlisberger. Everybody know who that is? It's like this guy's got all the money in the world. He's a Super Bowl MVP. Why does he got to go walking with his dick out and approaching women and doing all sorts of random shit, right? And I just thought to myself, well, it's because he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. And it all became very evident to me. I was actually flipping through the channels, and I happened to turn on C-SPAN for some weird fucking reason. I don't know why. But then the Ben Roethlisberger trial was up, and you know, being the calm, collected, cool quarterback that he is, he calmed the crowd down. Everybody was a little ferocious for the charges that he came across. And he stood up and he said, you know, there was a clause in my contract that said that I should penetrate the defense as hard as possible and hit every tight end out there. So you can see how easily I was confused. Please do not turn a rape into a murder, people. Anyways, my background, you know, I grew up, my parents are separated, and it was at a very young age. My mom got remarried so many times. I feel like I really need at least 11 or 12 fingers to count them. Let's just put it this way, she had her divorce lawyer on speed dial. But, you know, it was weird because every time she got remarried, she would change my last name to whatever her future ex, Mrs. Willard, Buzek, whatever it was, you know. And there was this really uncomfortable time where I was in middle school, and she married this Hispanic gentleman. And my last name got changed to Gonzalez. And I said, Mom, why do you keep fucking changing my name like this? You know kids are cool. I'm 11 years old. I'm saying fucking shit. She goes, because I want you to feel like you're part of the family. I said, really, Mom? Are you sure that you're not conducting an experiment to see if kids can actually pull my underwear up through my asshole and out of my mouth? Because I think we should compare notes. That's what's happening right now. Anyway, so my last name got changed to Gonzalez. If I'm pronouncing it right. For any Hispanics out there. Anyways, and the saddest thing about this was, once my name got changed, if I didn't go to school with tamales, kids used to threaten to beat the shit out of me. No, this is middle school. Kids are cruel. And I used to get these letters saying, Dear Sancho Gonzalez, if you do not retile my house, I will have you deported. So guess what I learned how to do? I learned how to re-fucking tile houses. I'm 11 years old. And at that point, I learned how to do just like a Mexican, with a 12-pack of Bud Light at 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, my name is Brett. Hope you enjoyed yourself. My first time up.